Okay, so Karlee, we were just talking about how you wanted to become a member of the Minister's Student Advisory Council for the coming school year, 2015-16. How did you get interested in being a part of this group?
Well, when I started reading about it, I felt really interested. I'm already an active member of Student Council and Project ABCD at school, and I thought it'd be a really important idea to get on this council so that my voice can also be heard at the provincial table, and that's where my voice would feel extremely heard and definitely spread throughout the province.
Had it been something you'd always wanted to do, be part of a group like this, or was it just something you felt being part of the high school community you wanted to do?
I want to do this because so many people across the province are so passionate about many topics at the table, and it felt great being there because everyone was so passionate and happy and really wanted their voices to be heard as well. So
Tell us what it was like when you got the phone call to be part of this special group.
I was so shocked. I wasn't even expecting it. I think they called me 3 times before I actually answered. So I was really surprised when I got the phone call. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait. And so I got the details and I was super excited to go to Toronto a week later. So yeah.
So what was that like being in Toronto? You had a lot of, not just yourself, but everybody that was there had a lot of ideas.
Yeah, it was really overwhelming at first because there was 60 people there and I didn't know anybody. So I got to know everybody at the meet and greet we had before the session on May 7th. And we had icebreaker activities and everyone felt really cool and it was just really fun to get to know everybody and where they were from. So there was people from North Bay, Toronto, Ottawa, and it was just so cool to meet people from across the province that are so passionate about the same ideas.
So what were some of the ideas that stood out with the group?
We had math, how to make it more engaging, independence in people's learning, mental health, teen pregnancy, addictions, and yeah.
So what do you hope to bring back from your experience during the next school year to your school?
I hope to bring back many ideas like student council and how we can implement other subcommittees that will also get more people involved and also get their voices to be heard. We also might want to do activities around the school that will also get more people involved, maybe math contests around the school, more science labs in the schools.
So Jacob, you made your presentation to trustees, your public speaking achievements, but you had talked about the long journey to get there. If you can maybe tell us briefly about how all that came to be.
Well, I think that people often form a perspective about education throughout their time in the public school system, but I was homeschooled all the way till grade 11. And then I decided to transfer into CAS, which is the school that I'm now at. And basically my story is all about how I've developed a perspective being part of both communities and how both of those experiences have really changed my life.
Now, you told the group of trustees not to call you shy, but you sort of built up that confidence from that homeschooling experience as you were talking about.
Right. Well, my mom often describes to me when I was younger that my face used to go blue before I could speak because I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. So as soon as I started talking a lot. And I feel that that's a gift that was given to me so that I could share what I truly believe is important. So the speaking gave me an opportunity to really do that for the first time publicly.
So when you got to CAS for grade 12, what was that like? It was obviously very different for you than what you'd experienced.
Well, CAS is a very small school, but on the first day it looked huge. And I came in 17 years old and started upgrading a little bit of my mathematics and a little bit of my English to prepare for grade 12. And then in the coming fall, I was able to transfer right in and be right there with my peers. So it was rewarding. It's been very challenging. I've been taking some of the hardest courses that are offered. So it's been an experience I will never forget.
But getting back to the public speaking, you've earned quite a few accolades along the way about your experiences.
Yeah.
I think the most recent one was a silver award.
Yes, a silver award for the provincials.
Yeah. So I mean, that's quite an achievement to come from where you weren't able to speak, and then you're able to speak not just there but this evening in front of the trustees. So, and it's led you to some ambitious future plans.
Yes, I really just have to step back and say that I'm honored. My life goals are to share what I believe with others. I believe that people can go about a vocation that will pay for their own life, but why not do that while influencing others? So the whole experience with CAS and the public speaking has really encouraged me in my direction to do this, and it's all part of my faith and what I believe. And I believe that these things have been put in line in order to do what I believe is right.
You mentioned you want to go into mathematics as a
Correct.
teacher, but you also want to bring sort of that respect for teachers back into the classroom. That's a very, very lofty goal, but perhaps not the toughest goal.
Right.
So how do you plan to achieve that?
Well, I believe that the way that you conduct your life influences others. And as a peer tutor in my school right now, I have an advantage because I'm similar to the age of the students I work with. But as a teacher, I still want to present myself like I am, that students can come to me. I don't want to be stern or harsh. And I feel that when I build up that kind of rapport with the students, that they will feel comfortable to abide by what I set as standards in the classroom. Standards such as the way you speak, the way that you speak out during class, and the way that you learn to act in and out of the classroom. And while we're doing that, we'll learn math too.
Right now you're preparing to graduate and you're looking to study, well, closer to home. You're going to Lake State in the fall?
Yes. Yeah, I've started with Lake State. Well, I will start this fall. It's a 5-year degree that will certify me to teach mathematics and English in both Michigan and Ontario.